The matchmaking algorithm is broken. There's no doubt about that. However, there are some things that you can do for your clan to help yourself match more evenly over time. It's not going to work every time, but let's see what we can do. Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Mr. T, and today we're going to be playing some Clash of Clans, baby. We are back, and hey, we're going to be talking about the war matchmaking algorithm today, and what you can do for your clan to help yourself be more successful in matchmaking. But before we do that, I want you to go in the comment section down below and let me know what's in your wallet. Alright, leave your interesting creative responses. I may feature them in a future video. Let me know those comments, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun today. I am back in the main account here. Hey, it's Mr. T with my level 45 queen. How we doing, Miss Queen? Yo, hey, she's looking good, baby. And Mr. King's looking pretty good, too. He's got a level 40 up there. Level 40 king, baby. You guys remember, like, a couple months ago, I was a level 31. I've been getting that king up almost consistently, nonstop. Got my level 20 warden, and got my bases looking pretty good, baby. My base still looking good, doing well. And we're going to be talking about the war matchmaking algorithm. But first, I want to show you what happened when I went back into war. So I'm going to go into a video right now that I recorded a little bit earlier today about my first experience back in war in Clash of Clans. Alright, guys. So my clan is riding an A war win streak. And we've been doing pretty well. 9 wars as of this war. And in this base, it's a Town Hall 10. I came in with some bowlers here, and I've never used bowlers in war. Again, this is my first war back as a Town Hall 11, one of my first real wars. I've had maybe 1 or 2 other wars that I've done. And I choose to come in with the double war breaker entry. It was a little bit of queen walk. I didn't really set her up very well. I'm still learning how to do this a little bit better. I don't pretend to be a pro on this channel. I'm just trying to go having some fun, baby, and show you guys some cool stuff. So I use the rage in here and the jump to get into the center of this base. The clan castle comes out. I drop the poison spell and the freeze, although I misplaced the freeze. And I also used my Grand Warden ability super early because I was just so nervous. I didn't want to mess this up. The freeze actually stopped the troops from getting into the poison spell. And by the time the troops got out of the poison spell, all the troops had dispersed. So this dragon got to go to the left. There was a balloon on the right side, and they never even went into the poison. So this was pretty crazy and pretty hairy here. My level 40 kings able to get quite a bit of damage in there, though. And my max level bowlers able to do a lot. So now, if we look at what's left on the base here, we have the Grand Warden and the Queen alone against 20% of the base. And some clan castle troops here, and they got taken out pretty quickly because my level 45 queen is able to do the job, baby, you know. And she's able to do quite a bit of work here, and she's going to be taking out the bulk of this base here. She has a lot of health left, and I got a couple healers there, my level 5 healers, baby, you know. And they're able to do pretty well here. They come in, and they got to go against this cannon, this archer tower, and this X-bow at the same time, although the Grand Warden is taking some of that damage there. And the queen is able to take out the gold storage pretty quickly because she's a level 45 queen. You know what I'm saying, baby? And the queen takes out the archer tower. I'm crazy, man. I just came back from work. You know, it's one of those days. I think I keep telling you guys. Every time I'm recording videos and come back from work, I'm crazy. And the queen's able to take out the rest of this base here. So Town Hall 10. I mean, don't be a little bit easy on me in the comments. Again, this is my first war back as a Town Hall 11. I'm still learning a lot of the strategies. This is a strategy that I picked up from watching some of Powerbank's videos in the past and watching some attacks against me in the Legends League that I've been trying to perfect. And they get a little bit better as we go along, and you're going to see that in the next one, because in the next one, I actually attacked a Town Hall 11, a pretty decent Town Hall 11 at that. And this Town Hall 11 actually has pretty decent troops, has an Eagle Artillery, and is basically a max Town Hall 11, sorry, a max Town Hall 10, aside from having the Eagle Artillery in terms of the troop levels. So I come in here. A little bit of different deployment here. I actually funnel my troops into the center of the base, dropping a bunch of wall breakers and dropping my Grand Warden ability ridiculously early, again, because I'm freaking out. Dropping my giants behind my bowlers, because that makes sense. Dropping the freeze spell pretty well there, actually. The jump spell is a little bit late, and the rage is going to be able to get everything into the center of the base here, and let's see what happens. So, the Eagle Artillery is not doing much, because I actually do a pretty good job in getting everything into the center of the base there, and I managed to take out the Eagle Artillery pretty quickly. These rage spells are going to do a ton of work in the middle of the base here. One thing about these types of designs of bases, if you're able to core the center pretty well and funnel, with bowlers, you're wrecked. I mean, absolute wrecked. Because the rage spells under the center, those bowlers are going to skip stones everywhere, and the base is going just absolutely bye. My level 45 Queen, my level 20 Grand Warden is left against 38% of the base there. Oh man, it is nutty. I got a minute 45 left, and this is going pretty well, right? You think at this point this is going really well, but look at the builder hall, man. The builder hall. Look at the builder hut. The builder hut on the top of the base is going to mess me up, guys. The builder hut. The queen is doing an excellent job of taking everything out. I still have her ability left. And, oh, man, the queen is going to be going all around the base, doing a little nice circle around. I could have been a little bit more economic with my troop placement. Again, I'm just kind of spamming and just hoping for the best here. I'm still, again, new at Town Hall 11. Be easy on me in the comments, baby. I know I'm not too good. Actually, I would really enjoy your suggestions. If you even want me to come to your clan and you can give me some tips and we can start playing a little bit, practicing some different stuff, that'd be great. I'd love to shout you out on the channel and say, hey, you know, I got some help from some of my subscribers and some of the people that watch this video. So I'd love to do that. But hey, the queen's able to come in and she's got 47 seconds left to take out a pretty good chunk of base, still 10%, and 2 storages. So she's going to be able to take out the cannon and the archer tower without having to pop the ability. The reason I didn't pop the ability at this point was because that mortar was left, and that was going to kill all my archers anyway. But I realized that if I had popped the ability a little bit earlier, that may have gone through those storages just a little bit quicker, and that may have made it so that the queen could have possibly made it a little bit faster all the way to the end, which she did make it to the end, but it was just short in 3, 2, 1, and the time runs out with the builder hut left. At 99%, Mr. T is not able to quite do it. And it's just craziness, guys. So I'm going to show you a couple different attacks here that I did in this next few wars. Alright, so in this next attack, this was from a very recent war, just 2 wars ago. I chose to go on with my just regular Lavaloonian, because that is my bread and butter, baby. That is what I know how to do. That is what I can actually talk about as someone who knows what the heck they're talking about in terms of me being someone that has done thousands of Lavaloonian attacks at this point. And this is something I can actually talk about, not as an expert. Again, I do not call myself an expert in any of these attacks, but as someone who knows what the hell they're talking about, right? So I come in with a couple balloons here because they made the mistake of putting the clan castle not lurable. Again, if you're creating a base and you see that air right now is really strong, especially at Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, I'm going to go against you with air. I'm Mr. T. I'm going to go against you with air, except, you know, for the bowler attacks because I suck at Town Hall 11 so far. But against Town Hall 10s, air's the way to go. And and if you have an allurable clan castle, I'm going to exploit the crap out of that. Plus this symmetrical base, and I'm just going to go straight in here. So, clan castle's lured out. I use my heroes to lure to the other side there. My king's banging on some defenses. And I dropped the poison spell a little bit late there because I'm waiting for the dragon and the baby to catch up. I'm not able to quite get the value that I want out of the poison spell to get the queen in, which I probably should have dropped the poison spell just a little bit further southeast there. But my queen's going to be able to take out the clan castle comfortably, as well as the opposing enemy queen, using her level 45 ability, baby. You know how it is. And the queen's able to take out the opposing queen, as well as a couple more structures there. And I start dropping my lava hounds and my balloons at this point because I want my queen to try and survive. And this actually goes pretty well because the queen's not currently getting targeted by anything. I drop in the lava hounds and the balloons in a nice straight line along the base because this is symmetrical base design. I know that the balloons are going to follow a pretty predictable path, and again, if you're creating symmetrical base designs for war, it doesn't normally go very well against someone that knows what the heck they're doing. Okay, so I drop in the balloons here, and also let's just back up for a second to see why this is so easy. It's also because if you look at these air defenses, one air defense here, one air defense here, one air defense here, one air defense there, the balloons and the lava hounds are going to go straight toward the middle of the base here, and the balloons are going to get tanking from those lava hounds in the most efficient way possible because of the pathing that they have straight toward the center of the base here. So anyway, that's it for Mr. T's little math lesson there. And I come in, and I'm going to drop the balloons straight down the center. Going to drop a rage spell in the center and a freeze spell just because I can, because it was one multi-target inferno there. And on this right side here, I'm going to drop in a couple haste spells in a second. Using the Grand Warden ability. Guys, I am really bad at using the Grand Warden ability. I'm not even going to lie to you. I am so bad at using the Grand Warden ability when I need to use it. Drop in a haste spell to get the troops to go a little bit quicker here. And this haste spell to get the troops to go toward that wizard tower, which is really the last thing that can plague me in this attack. But look at how many balloons and how many minions left. I mean, I'm a pretty decent Town Hall 11, attacking in Town Hall 10. This is pretty much a no contest. But hey, you know, I'm going to try to go in here and have some fun. Because the matches that we have been getting haven't actually been too bad. And I'm going to talk about that in a second here. Which is probably the last attack that I'm going to show you. I was going to show you one differently, but I think that I want to end this part of it here. I've been attacking a lot of Town Hall 11s. I'm 3 for 3 so far on Town Hall 11s as a Town Hall, on Town Hall 10s. I am 3 for 3 so far on Town Hall 10s as a Town Hall 11. And I almost got that 3-star against that pretty decent Town Hall 11. But other than that, I've gotten a 2-star, a 2-star, and a 1-star, which is pretty ugly in the last war. But we still ended up winning, and we are still at 9 wars won in a row. Now, let's look at our current matchup here. Our current matchup, I got a max base up top. I got my Town Hall 11, and we have a Town Hall 9, and a couple of Town Hall 9s, a Town Hall 10. That's a little bit rushed, not really engineered, just a little bit rushed. And we have an engineered Town Hall 11 and an engineered Town Hall 10. Now, on the other side, what we're facing today is 7 Town Hall 10s, 4 of which have Inferno Towers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason for that is the way that we set up our matchup. We have a maxer account up top, and we have a couple engineers. We have mainly Town Hall 9s on the top of the base though, Town Hall 9 weights. And the reason this works is because if you have maxer accounts up top, it is going to make it a lot more difficult for the opponent to, or for the matchmaking to be able to match you against other clans that are going to have a strictly engineered composition. The reason for this is the way the matchmaking has worked, at least for us, pretty consistently in the last 4 wars that we have done, has been that having this maxer account up top has helped in the sense that we are either matched with a Town Hall 11 straight, or we are matched with Town Hall 10s and below because of the relative low weight of the rest of my clan. Now, if you're not an engineer clan, this also works to your favor. I wouldn't say that you should have straight maxer accounts. I wouldn't say that you should have straight engineer accounts. You should have a mix-up of different types of accounts that cater to your clan. I would avoid the 0.5 methods right now because the way the matchmaking works, you are still being matched with your next Town Hall level over, and the penalty is too high. But by having that maxer account on top, you're actually mitigating some of the penalty that is given to the engineered bases or to some of the rushed or 0.5 bases that have the really high level offense but the relatively mid-range defense. So that's all I got for you there. Nothing too fancy. In the last couple of matchups that we've gotten in the last war, we had one Town Hall 11 up top, which I 1-starred. It was pretty bad, but this video is already long enough. And I got 2-starred here, which was actually the first time I've been 2-starred on this base in war, which is pretty crazy, by a Town Hall 11, which was pretty cool. But the rest of our guys were Town Hall 9s in this war, and they had a Town Hall 10 up here, which I 3-starred, and another Town Hall 10 here where Sir Lutzlot 3-starred. So the matches have been relatively even because I have a Town Hall 11 up top that I know is not going to get 3-starred by most people. So it is able to mitigate some of the matchups that are not so fair when you have different compositions. In this matchup, I have a Town Hall 11, and we have a couple of Town Hall 9 weights and a couple of Town Hall 10s that are able to attack Town Hall 9s, mid-range Town Hall 10s, and a Town Hall 11 that can hit at his level, which is pretty great. But we're getting matched up against 7 Town Hall 10s, which means that what's going to happen in this war is we're most likely going to get starred out, except for my base, which is probably going to be 2-starred, and we're probably going to be able to clear the board if our Town Hall 10s and our Engineered 11 is able to take out these 2 Town Hall 10s with Infernos. But anyway, it's as simple as that, guys. If you have a maxer account up top, I would actually recommend that you have a few maxer accounts up top of the base that are a little bit higher than the rest of your clan. That way, you're able to mitigate some of the effect that is given to the offensive imbalance that some of your smaller accounts in the clan have. And this is my advice to you. I hope that it helps you, and I hope that it is able to help your clan get less mismatches. It has worked for us pretty consistently in the last 4 to 5 matchups here. So this is Mr. T. I hope you like this video. And remember to answer the question in the comment section below. What's in your wallet? This is Mr. T, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, baby.